is unable to cover Milan. Thank you for perfectly describing my point, particularly when you are that low HP. Granted, Chapix could have maybe edited that wall and allowed him to get out and re-edit it. It would have been such a small window of execution, but you don't even give yourself a chance if you're not able to react to your teammate. And there's so few opportunities for players to effectively nuke an entire box. The propane tank is really one of the few ways. It's either that or a crash pad or a 3-man shockwave. And because most people shave crash pads and shockwaves to rotate, then if you're able to just sit in a box and continue to find space together, you win so many more of these fights than when you don't do that.
The back-to-back victory royales goes down. The three-peat is on the brink of being over as you're seeing Chapix, the last remaining member of that trio, surrounded by so much, but we have not even highlighted this yet. Looming in the distance, we've already seen it in game 1 of week 2 here of round 3 being a big factor, and that is the elevation of Stark Industries. It's rearing its ugly head, and let's see where it's about to pull here as Zone 5 goes up and over. So Blaster, Alpha, Nikov, all have to solve this issue. This is going to be a problem, and already I don't see any utility in Blaster. I got to know if Alpha and Nikov have that utility, because a lot of mats are about to be burned as they pull max pull. Ooh, they find Chapix finally. Chapix was going to hang out by the trash can as much as possible and try to salvage this run as much. Oh my, but he gets recycled. And out he goes, and they close out that story. No three-peat, Dunzo, over.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure we are hanging out on Blaster's point of view, because when you take those secret passageways and when you come out of the trash can, it makes a noise. I'm 95% sure he had heard that noise and knew a player was hanging out down there and just waiting to see what happened and if they're anywhere else. But you talked about it rearing its ugly head. There's the Stark Industries and everyone being forced to use their builds to get up it early. And now I think the real key is, where does Zone 6 go? Because if Zone 6 pulls east and off of the side, it's going to get real interesting real fast on who has priority position. Right now, the question is, who is on height and looking down the rest of the lobby? We can see Sick, Slove, and Antarak have a decent opportunity on height. However, somebody's right above them.
Alex goes down the feed. Janice is still up, taking out Blaster. Deceptos takes another Elim and knock. Mongrel gets one and squeeze. So that trio right there, Giannis, unable to find their footing here in this matchup. They finally qualified, getting into round 3. They're having issues here in week 2. That's one of a consideration for the picks here in the analyst desk. And there it is. Makes another appearance, and boom, big explosions. No Elims this time around, but I like the strats out there. If you got it, you might as well just use it. But let's see where Zone pulls again in Zone 6. Thankfully, oh my, okay, I was going to say thankfully it doesn't go off the island, but it goes up a mountain. So the problems keep amplifying here, Sundown, as zones get revealed.
I'm honestly, I'm more okay with this if I'm a player. Yes. If it goes off of the side and has the potential to pull back over, you're just kind of effectively out of the game if you're forced to over-rotate off. The one thing I want to keep an eye on, at least in terms of me, is the fact that they're running charged shotguns. So these box-to-box fights are going to be really difficult. But if they get a window like that where they're both able to kind of sneak the shot off, they have so much damage that they can insta-burst people outside of the range of the pump. So that's what they're going to be looking to do. You notice how anytime they're on their rotate, they're taking out these legendary charges and just holding them out. However, because they're on the backside of the zone, they're running into just an absolute wall of AR fire, and it's all going to come down to Sick with this legendary charge. Antarak has a little bit of help right next to him, but he's at sub 20 HP. Sick eats a huge pump shot there. Gonna pop a jellyfish, taking that bite, gonna get a little bit of shield going through as we're closing in on our top 10. 28 players remaining, 11 trios left, the top third of the lobby as we close our 6th circle. And Nas taking out Mitro there. You can see Snap gonna pick up Antarex, so Sick is all by his lonesome.
Yeah, I was going to point that out. Where is Mongrel? Mongrel, no, we all know the trio lands here, and they had a strong height advantage. They went down to height to pick up some elims, but as you're seeing, they may be a battle for height right now, but we're going to take a look at the mid-ground as Slick's trio is going out, but there it is. They look at height, and it is actually Miro. Miro, Snap up there, and Swag as Mexi in the mid-ground. Look at the chaos. This is what we're talking about. The mid-ground is so chaotic, and as we're seeing, the Zone 7 pulls off the mountain and down the elevation, so The mid to low ground is going to be so stuck and so catacomb. So many boxes are going out. So many grid points are going out. As you see the elim feed picking up, and that is height right now. Cooking. Nate goes down, and all the people that I'd have to do is we're taking a nice look right now is just build right over that and maintain this height endurance, and the stamina is strong. And you're seeing this zone here, Sundown. Stark Industries people that are landing, the Mongrels, the Snap Miros are benefiting from zone pulling their way.
And if it pulls back over, then that's just effectively GG, go next. There's absolutely no way they'll end up losing. And luckily for the rest of the lobby, it's pulling actually just down and away a little bit more. They're still going to have priority on the rest of the zone. However, you can see Mexi and Astro trying to go to work on the low ground. They already have 7 elims across the rest of the team. Mexi trying to find an angle, getting some AR fire, find some Dolphins in the low ground who are out of builds based off of how they're moving, and some brilliant gatekeeping going on here. That's Patrick going down for the full elimination. They'll take 5th place as we're closing in on key placement points coming through here. Mexi